This is 8 News Now at 11.
You have probably heard political figures make the claim that at least one Nevadan dies every day from an opioid overdose. That figure of more than 360 opioid deaths per year in our state has been repeated over and over, but is it true? The answer, not really. The I-Team's George Knapp got a hold of the records on which the claim is based. Here's his exclusive story.
In Nevada, statistics show that 99.98% of all opioid prescriptions do not result in overdoses, but the crackdown on pain medicine has continued to intensify anyway. Like most pain management physicians, Dr. Dan Laird has been overwhelmed by the rush of chronic pain patients who've essentially been abandoned by their doctors.
Thousands of patients whose doctor has said, "I'm sorry, I can't prescribe opiates anymore. You're going to have to find someone else." And there just isn't anybody.
When the CDC issued vague and unsubstantiated guidelines for opioids 2 years ago, it set off a nationwide panic among doctors, pharmacists, and regulators who simply said no. The result has been chaos. A recent study shows opioid prescriptions dropped 29% from 2011 through 2017. But during that same time, opioid deaths rose 85%. Heroin and fentanyl deaths exploded. Cutting back on legal pain meds not only failed to stop overdoses, it had the opposite effect. So how can that be? The coroner's office keeps track of all opioid-related deaths. These are the lists from 2017 through the first quarter of 2018.
This information that I guess your team has been able to obtain is a game changer, because what it does is it confirms every suspicion I have had and other doctors have had about the dishonesty that's associated with this, with the publicity that surrounds this purported crisis.
The first fatality of 2017 lists heroin, hydromorphone, and methadone, along with pneumonia. The second case, methamphetamine and opiates intoxication. The third, pneumonia, asthma, tobacco, marijuana, congestive heart failure, along with meth and cocaine. All the way down the page, it's the same picture over and over. Multiple drugs, most of them illegal, often combined with alcohol, and the decedents also had serious underlying health issues. To label these as opioid deaths is a stretch.
It appears, just looking at this and making a very preliminary assessment, that if the toxicology showed an opioid in their system at the time of their death, that it's counted as an opioid death, which is quite misleading.
The records from 2018, more of the same. Heroin plus cardiovascular disease, inhalation injuries due to smoking meth, or how about this one? Multiple drugs along with cirrhosis, HIV, and leukemia, or these examples of pretty much every licit and illicit drug one could name. Chronic pain patients like Rick Martin of Henderson are in pain management programs. They're tested. They follow the rules. But because of addicts taking deadly amounts of heroin or other drugs, these patients who follow the rules have been cast aside as collateral damage. Nevada is not yet as strict as many other states, but the political rhetoric is amping up in this election year, and the oft-cited figure of one Nevadan per day dying of opioids continues to resonate.
17 people a day in Nevada die of heart disease. 14 people a day die of cancer. 4 people a day die in Nevada of lung cancer every day. So it's important to keep these things in perspective. 1 person a day dies in Nevada of an opioid overdose, but that includes everybody on this list. That includes everybody who had an opiate in their system at the time of their death.
George Knapp, 8 News Now.
About 1 in every 40 of the deaths listed in the records involve a single prescription opiate, and there is no indication whether the decedent obtained the drugs through a legal prescription or other means. Now, you can see the entire list of causes of death on our website, LasVegasNow.com. Because of privacy concerns, we have removed the names.